was lost, but now I know who I am. I'm the Hebrew son. I wandered through the shadows, looking for the light. Taught to hate my own reflection, caught in lies so tight. But the book opened up and I saw my name. The truth came rushing like a holy flame. I'm not a slave, I'm a son of a king. Judah runs in my blood, I was born to sing. The covenant lives in the breath I breathe. Yes, hand pulled me out, now I believe. Oh, I am the Hebrew son, from the tribe where the lion comes from. You tried to strip my name, but I overcome. The Most High called me by his tribe. I am the Hebrew son. My soul remembers where I come from. A chosen light under your sun. No weapon formed can make me run. They told me I was nothing, just another name. But my father wrote my story before I ever came. They hit my crown, tried to blind my eyes, but the Ruach whispered you were born to rise. Do not rise. Zion is calling, dry bones are walking. I hear the chauffeur sound in the night. The sun is rising, a new day dawning. We walk in power, dressed in light. I am the Hebrew son, no more hiding, I won't run. Yeah, has written my song, and to his arms I belong. Call me by my name, I am not the same. I'm the Hebrew son, the battle's already won. I was laced from a white stone, and in the stone a new name.
Shalom, family. Good to see you all here. I hope you're doing well. You know, when I had LVZ on during the time I did my current event, he had brought up Burna Boy. And, at that time, I think I heard something about it, but, I'm not really into Burna Boy. So, anyway, I went and looked, and I did see him throw out this young lady that was sleeping, and she was really up front. And in order for her to be up front, she didn't, buy no cheap seats. She had to really spend some money. So he was upset that she was asleep and threw her out. Well, come to find out, after I did some more digging, he's notorious for throwing people out of his concert. I found another woman he threw out of his concert, and his people that are, his fans, they're enablers. They be cheering him on as he does this kind of stuff. But he has done that quite a few times. They are unfortunately one of a few people that he's done that mess to. So anyway, I guess he found out later about this young woman and her situation, and he came back to apologize. But he has since been canceled. A lot of people ain't fooling with him anymore. At one point in time, the Africans tried to say he was just as big as Beyonce. There is no way. I looked at some of his crowds. His crowds are not Beyonce size crowds at all. No. And number two, no, I have never heard of him having crowds that big. So anyway, nice try, Africans. So anyway, y'all, we're going to take a look, and there's a lot of people that are not really feeling his apology, and they're like, you already been canceled. People are moving on. They're pretty much giving him the Busta Rhyme treatment. Once you have been canceled, people are not coming back to you now. People are not coming back. So let me share my screen. All right. Please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Thank you.
Over there with your girl sleeping in front of me. But Christmas Eve, fuck off, bro. Now. You understand? So please take her the fuck mirror. Huh? Fast. Fast. That took her home. Take her home. Take her home. Bro, I'm not doing no more songs until we take her home. Cool. Real life. Because you're taking the set piece, bro. One lie, I'm not doing another song till you go home. The night. Tonight. Lady and the gentleman I asked to leave my show, I'm truly sorry. I reacted too quickly and I didn't pause to understand your side. My music is meant to lift people, not embarrass them. To my fans across the world, I hear you, I feel you, and I appreciate you. I'm not perfect, but I'm growing. From my heart, thank you for sticking with me, even when I stumble.
So Burna Boy is feeling the effects of his mouth. And when he was making fun of that lady that fell asleep at his concert and he blasted her, and then we later found out why she was asleep because she's got life going, like her life is lifing. So now he went to Houston and had a concert, and the fans are, putting the cameras around, and the seats are empty. There is no star without your fans. Like, you are nothing without your fans. And then he had the nerve, the audacity, the gall to put out an apology letter. If the word "if" is in your apology, that's not an apology. I'm sorry if I made you feel a certain type of way. No, I'm sorry that I made you feel this way because of what I did. That is an apology. There is no remorse. I think that he's just hoping that it'll blow over and then, he'll be back to whatever he was. But no, sir. No, the internet is forever and you messed up.
Unpopular opinion, it's not just Burna Boy, it's the fans' fault too. He shouldn't have had no fucking concert to even perform to when he kicked that girl and her boyfriend out. Sleep or not, she paid her money to see the show. They said he was late coming out and she was tired. Lord forbid. Wasn't that Kanye who said he wasn't performing until everybody stand up and it was one person not standing and he was like making a whole big thing of it and they was in a fucking wheelchair? Like, what be wrong with these people? It's like when you start selling shows and you got people coming to watch you, like you got some sort of like God complex or something. You're not God. People just like your fucking music. Take the W and go on about your day. Sleeping has nothing to do. They paid their money. Now do your fucking job. And again, I don't even see how the whole crowd stood there and watched the whole time after they even left for that would have left such a bad, nasty taste. And who the fuck do you think you are? Wallahi? It's not like he gave everybody, it wasn't a free show. Like, what are we talking about? I genuinely try to give artists, creators, creatives the benefit of the doubt because what they do in their personal life really has nothing to do with the art for the most part. But when you start coming at the fans, like when the fans are your enemy, the fans are the only reason you're there. Like,
someone in the comments said it right. The authority of a king with the accountability of a toddler. This man put out an apology in which he states, if I was wrong. That's not an apology. That is not an apology. If your apology contains the words if, then you're not taking accountability for anything. You're still blaming the other person for what happened. He had the nerve to compare what happened to him to what happens when a passenger is unruly on a plane. If the pilot feels uncomfortable with how one of the passengers is acting, they're gonna get kicked off. This is not the same situation, my dude. This is where your job as an entertainer is to entertain the people who came to see you, people who paid to see you. Sir, you were not doing your job, so therefore someone did what? Fell asleep. Now, I don't know if that's the real reason why this man fell asleep, but you contributed to it. A lot of people in the comments were also saying like this man needs to humble himself because without his fans, he'd be broke. Another person said was like, this is why we have PR teams, because this apology was not a good look.
Burna Boy is cancelled. Have you guys even seen what he did? Bear in mind, this is what his last concert looked like. Literally 2 days ago, he did a concert in Texas and everyone boycotted it. Let me tell you why. So the other day, Burna Boy was doing a concert until he saw a couple sleeping while he was performing. Bear in mind, they were sleeping because he took that long to get on stage. And this is what he said to them. Look.
You over there with your girl sleeping in front of me. This is really fuck off, bro. Yeah. You understand? So you think how the fuck you.
After that, he proceeded to sit down and said, Wallahi, I am not singing another song until she leaves. And this is what's happened after he did that. And honestly, I think it's only fair. You see these famous people, they think they can speak to anyone however they want. And bear in mind, people have the power to cancel these type of people that think they're just above anyone just because they're famous and rich. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this. I think this is completely disgusting because bear in mind, that woman fell asleep because he was that late to the concert and she was only trying to get away from her family.
I'll never tour the US again. They just don't respect me. At the Denver show, I stared at the sound asleep woman in the front row, feeling nothing but absurdity and heartache. I spent over 6 months prepping this tour, polishing every song, refining every stage bit, stepping up with full passion, only for paying fans to treat my performance like a lullaby. No one cared about the disappointment and embarrassment I felt on stage, facing such coldness. I've never begged anyone to be my fan. American audiences, coldness and disrespect have completely broken my heart. No need to waste my efforts on those who don't cherish them.
Burna Boy, again, you say America have broken your heart because no one felt the coldness of your heart when you saw that lady sleeping. The embarrassment you feel. That one is your own personal problem because you are paying attention to the crowd. It's good to pay attention to the crowd, but if you become security the same time and entertain at the same time, now there the problem there. You say you don't like it because you spent 6 months to prepare for this and you saw a lady who was sleeping. The point is that, do you ever thought that lady could be suffering from illness? The lady could be dying. Why don't you prompt your security to go and check on the lady? Rather, you want to kick him out. That kicking out is where you show your arrogancy. Because Yankee here, they need to tolerate nonsense. They cancel people. The only person who will never feel cancel here, what would they try? Now be our gag pata for government. Because it get followers where they support the thing when they do. So now you want to tell me now, as you then sing for the stage, if something happened to you, God forbid, you fall down, your fans go they fear to rush to come and rescue you, to do CPR or press your chest, press her so that you go wake up. Because they fear say you go do what you do to that guy when you kick the hell out of the guy when you rush to the stage to come and meet you. This is not fair. Your fans are part of your business. They will make your business to continue to progress. You have to understand that and make an apology, a sincere one, and remain in the game. You say I have work to do because not everybody will forgive you right away. America don't start down, they go enter Europe, they go enter Canada, and your career is at stake. Your career is at stake. So don't be saying that Americans, they give you cold shoulder. They don't respect your business. And you don't go perform with them no more. You don't come perform for them no more. That's the wrong way to do it. You have to go face to face your obstacle. This one is an obstacle and try to overcome it. All right? That's your solution for you. Don't run away from the problem. Until then, guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.
Well, Burna Boy is not very bright. I mean, I don't care if he's done with American audience and everything. The bottom line is without American audience, he has no career. He does not have a career at all because once the American audience cancels you, it's over. Ask Tyler, okay? Once the American audience no longer supports you, you don't have a career, you know? Maybe he can go sing at some nightclub somewhere, but there is no career after the American audience, especially us. Once we say goodbye to you, it's over. Just ask Fat Joe. Okay? Nobody is fooling with his ass no more. And yeah, he went to Houston after he asked that woman to leave his concert, and they were turning the cameras towards the audience, and it was practically empty in there when he was giving that concert. And that was after he did that. And see, you can't go on a stage and okay, so let's say she was sleeping. So you're going to ignore the rest of the crowd that's in the room and just focus on one person? So what about the rest of the crowd in the room that paid their money? Why is this one person so important that nobody else in the room that paid money for your concert even count? So yeah, I mean, there's no at this point, there's no point in him touring anywhere else because nobody's going to show up. So yeah, he's some Nigerian rapper, Burna Boy. So yeah, I mean, hey, tour over there in Nigeria. See how many of them will show up for you. That's all I can tell you. And he knows they're not coming out for him. That's why he's over here. He knows they're not going to show up for him like that. Mhm. You know, this is really a sign of the times, y'all. I think at one point in time, we thought, we could be as one with all the other melanated groups on the planet. But after, the internet has taught us a lot. It really has, being that we got to see what these people and all these other groups are like. And it certainly opened our eyes and made us realize we knew we did not have any allies, but I think we didn't know what magnitude it was at until we got to see a lot of these people on camera. We got to see some of the most derogatory things and ways they felt about our people, their disdain for us, and many of them never even met one of us before, and they had a lot of disdain. And then we're hearing Africans are having talks with their people before they come over here about us to stay away from us and don't come near us, but go ahead and bond with white people. Are you freaking kidding me? Bond with white people, but stay away from us. Man, if y'all don't get out of here, I don't know anybody that was trying to bond with any of you anyway. So we learned a lot. We had to go to the school of hard knocks, but we certainly did learn, yep, Akata, Jareer. We had to learn all that stuff. But we certainly did learn they all hate us. All of them. All of them. No olive branch from no group. Literally, no group has offered us an olive branch. All of them have come over here with hate in their heart for us. Not for white people, but for us. For real. So, y'all, that's all I got on Burna Boy. I sure didn't want to spend a lot of time on him, but I just wanted y'all to see that he did try to issue this apology. And I think the only reason why he's issuing this apology is because he's lost a lot of money on this tour he was having. I think he was anticipating making a lot of money on this American tour, and it kind of imploded on him. And he's not making the money he thought he was going to rake in. And that's the only reason why this apology is now coming. So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. Be on the lookout for my next live. And I got to also get everything ready for tomorrow's Bible study. So I will see you later. Shalom, family.